This whole time I thought I was playing music for you guys on the start streaming screen, but I forgot they hit the go live button. I don't know why they did that in OBS, but whatevs. Joel, good morning. Zishan, good morning. Steve, how many accounts we going to blow today? Hopefully 0. MT, good morning. Jordan, Trader J, good morning, good morning. Hopefully 0. GDT, good morning. GDT coming off of a killer week last week. Put a test order out, make sure everything is working. Okay, good to go there. So we need $1,000 to get the payout, and we got 4 days to do it. Knives, good morning. File, good morning. You see the news this morning? No, I did not. What news are we talking about? Emmanuel, good morning. Marius, good morning. Scott, good morning. You know who I haven't seen is Jason. NFL opener news. I did not. Chiefs, Ravens. Okay. Do we finally beat them when it doesn't necessarily matter as much? It's going to be a good opening game though. Have we ever opened? I feel like I don't ever remember us being the opening match. So is it in Kansas? Kansas City? Chiefs to open. Yep. Oh, well, it says versus the Ravens. Usually when it's verse, that means the versus team is home. Worst game in history for us? What we've opened. And it's in KC. Discord call out levels. Yeah, let's take a look at the levels. Right now we're at the highs, so fairly obvious there. The other level I was looking at, it was already drawn on the chart from last week. I saw it respecting it, but probably move it up a little bit. I don't remember exactly where it's from, but resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance, resistance, kind of support. That's the obvious level. And then obviously through the highs. Really not a good front running day. Let's see, here's what 15 ticks looks like. We open against Peyton and Denver. Oh, yes. I remember that game. I do remember that game. That game was brutal. Ugh. Yeah, don't remind me, even though you just did. Maybe that's why I tried not to remember, because it was such a bad game. Oof. All right, got about 1 minute here to the tick. Yeah, let's hope not. Elias, good morning. There's Jason. It's funny. Just talking about you, just hiding in the depths, aren't you? Really hate it when it does this. All right, let's get it. In and out. Let's go. I front ran. It went up enough to where I felt like we could front run. And as of right now, it's looking like the right call. Looks like if you put it underneath this level, I'm assuming that would have worked. I'll check it after the price gets away from this level. Extra push just to be sure. There we go. It definitely would have worked. So using the key level would have worked, obviously, at this point. I front ran just to be safe. I've been noticing using the levels hasn't been working as much, so I've been a little bit more keen to try to front run. So that's what I did, and it worked very nicely. Would have worked if you used the level as well. Easy peasy. These are the days we like. This is normal. To me, this is a normal trade. This is what usually happens. You get the volatility of the opening candle, and you get a nice push, and if it breaks that key level, you get a nice push through it, and then what it does after that, we don't care, right? Because we're already in and out of the trade. This is what it's supposed to look like. Unfortunately, as of the last few weeks, it's been a lot tougher to get this move. But even if you use the key level, which I would have put my order right around like 319, 320, would have worked just fine. And just out of curiosity, I'm going to put the order out just to see if I would have put it at that 320 area. Oops. Just to see what it would have looked like. Yep. So we would have got filled right there. So I don't think you would have got filled on the initial push there, but it worked out right afterwards. So good stuff. My long didn't work. Next. It never went higher, so you don't have to worry about that. So how was everyone's weekend? Did everyone have a good weekend? Tell me about it. Tell me about the weekend. I'm also going to be trying something a little different, which involves definitely not trading the next 15 minutes on the other PA account that we have. And then I plan on adding more PAs if we get this other one to pay out. So we made 355 on that one today. That puts us at 51,972. So that's 2 more 5 contract trades away or 1 10 contract trade. I was not feeling confident about a 10 contract trade today just because of we were at the highs. So we'll see if either today or tomorrow or Wednesday we get the opportunity for that 10 contract trade. But if we end up taking a 5 tomorrow, there's no point in taking a 5 the next day. We are 6 days in. Today was day 7. And I'm not sure exactly if they're going to count that one day as a flip. So I'm going to act as if they are going to count it as a flip. So we still have all 3 more days of actual trading that we need to do in order to get the payout. So getting all of this in one day is not necessarily a priority, but to grow maybe a little bit of a cushion, it might not hurt. But the odds are I'm going to be using 5 contracts the next 2 days, even if I do really like the setup. So we'll see. We'll see. Diary of a Futures Trader. Nice. Looks like everybody got a nice little win today. I feel like that was a pretty easy one. So that's good. And not complain about the easy ones, that's for sure. Again, this is what it's supposed to be like. In, out, move on with your day. Seriously, see ya. No need to trade anymore. Hopefully you got enough off of that trade and you're good to go for the rest of the day. That's it. Except knives. Yeah, I don't know what knives. What's this long trade that we're talking about, knives? Guess I'm a little confused on. Are you like picking a direction? I think Methodical's doing something similar where he picks the direction he thinks we're going to go, and that's the only way he puts the opening range trade. So if he went long, which I'm assuming he probably thought it was going to go long, looking pretty much at every chart, that he probably didn't get a trade today either. Got a staggered fill, so it was scary for a second. Interesting. It shouldn't have mattered though, huh? Unless you went for more ticks. You pick short? I guess I have zero clue to your methodology of why you. What made you think it was going to be a short? I feel like everything this morning is screaming up. Nice move down here. Jeez, look at this. You know how we saw some break of highs between 925 929? It worked, so I tried it. Got stopped out, all good. Oh, like you put it in before the 930 candle. Gotcha. Low resistance liquidity below. Okay. I could see that. I don't have any of that information up, but I think you are also using levels, right? So you were looking at this as a low resistance level. Did you front run this 322 or were you in underneath it? Just trendline liquidity. Front run it. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyone else getting huge data latency issues? No, nothing. You on Wi-Fi? Aaron Corn, good morning. Wi-Fi is usually the main reason. If not Wi-Fi, then maybe try restarting Quantower or whichever platform you're using. I am live on Precision as well. Just again, I do not want to recommend them until we know that they work. And that's really the only reason I'm using them is just to hopefully get the payout and see if they pay out. That's really, obviously they'll take your money. Whether they give it back is a different story. Precision is looking like it's a Apex clone. Jason, nice trade, man. See you tomorrow. See, options. Options are doing well so far this morning. Whoa, JD. What's going on there? Of course, it's the week of expiration. They're gonna come test me. Wonder why I didn't get. I know I have an alert on JD to tell me when it got above 3350, but it did not send it to me. It is definitely above 3350. Yes, I actually have the PA account with them. Yeah, I definitely. It's very interesting. Might have to try to roll that real quick. But I just got it. And their process is a little wonky. So currently dealing with that. Yeah, good in the hood right now. Let's see. So up a decent amount so far this morning. You know, I was surprised. I went to look at what was going on, and it looks like hood's up, but then I saw JD was up almost $2, but my strike is 34, which is what it's at right now. But it's supposed to expire this week on Friday, but I really don't want to get out of the position because if you scroll out, And this thing has potential. I would definitely like to at least try to see it through until 41. Because that's a pretty major level on the daily. But might have to roll it. Trying to see what it did here throughout the open before I make a move. I just can't let it get too far away because then it ends up. Look at that move. There had to be some news. Chinese e-commerce giants face delicate balance between discounts, profits. Doesn't make any. Why would that jump them up? There had to be some kind of other news. Say there was. Market's taking a dump though. But we'll go back to that. That's why we're all here. But I am watching, JD. Hopefully I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know. My OBS just crashed. Yeah, the same parameters, 2500 or 20. It's 2600. It's weird though because they start you off with like an extra 15 bucks in the account. Kind of interesting. I don't really know why they do that, but they do. I think we're gonna go down and test this green to red. Can you copy trade the Apex stuff with it? You can if you pay for Quantower to have the multiple connections. So how do you trade it? You just switch over on Quantower to that one. So like if I wanted to try scalping on it, I would just switch over to it. But I'm not necessarily focused on that at the moment. I'll probably try to at least get a couple trades on it later just to get the traded days in. Yeah, I'm just gonna try the whole scalping ordeal. That's actually, so they have a 6-day pass for the evals. So I actually traded that. I just scalped to pass the eval, and I'll probably just try to do the same thing with the PA. Just hopefully get lucky and actually get the payout for once via scalping. I've never once got to pay out via scalping, so it'll be interesting to see if I can. I do see my trade that I'm looking for kind of setting up here. But I ideally would have wanted it to flush through and then retest that level within the next candle, which it did not. What the heck is Reddit doing? Free market Reddit went from, what is the news here? Again, no news. What is causing all this? RDDT is the stock if anyone's interested. That thing went from 54 up to 61 this morning. What the heck is going on? Oh, is it GME? I did see last night when I was going to bed that what's his face, DFV, he posted something about being back, and so everyone started talking about GME again. Man, I should have woke up early and got some of these shares. That guy, that dude's like a god to these people. I did see that. I totally forgot about that. Guess everybody thinks that he's gonna say. Everyone's kept saying I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, they were saying like, imagine if he posts that he's back, actually back in to like GME or something like that. Not just that he's back in general. Like how crazy the stock would probably go. Yeah, that's his name, Roaring Kitty. Deep fucking value, same thing. It's the same guy. Start getting rid of these lines because I don't know what they're from. They're just there from last week. I don't want to confuse myself. Right now, low a day and green to red are essentially the same thing. They're not very far apart. And 12 points is nothing to scoff at, but in the grand scheme of things. Bouncing off the 4 p.m. Isn't... Oh, that's 5 p.m. actually. I just heard AMC might be ripping as well. Yeah, it's trying. Not even really sure how I would get into something like... I would have to just sell puts, I guess. I wouldn't even be... No, I think I'm just gonna avoid the meme stocks. I mean, there's really not much you can do with them because they can move so quickly. All right, we got about 10 minutes. If anybody has any questions, feel free to jump in, ask away. So we're kind of at another one of these levels. Wasn't really the big flush through that we would have been looking for, though. Even Save is having a decent day so far. Like everything's kind of moving up today for the most part. Nvidia, it's so funny. Nvidia was the only one moving up when everything else was red. And today, almost everything's green except for Nvidia. Very interesting. Oh, Tesla straight up as well. Go back to the daily. Some crazy moves happening today so far, early morning. It's a lot of retail, I guess, coming back into play. Just sat through 3 YouTube commercials for you. What? 3? I don't even. I have it turned on whatever. I think it's conservative. I think is the. I have it set so it doesn't do commercials. Well, it does commercials, but it's like the least amount. Yeah, conservative. There's 3 different ones. There's conservative, there's balanced, and there's aggressive. Here, look. Of course you can't see it. So, yeah, look. Let YouTube insert the role for you. Choose your ad frequency. Conservative, which is the lowest earnings. Balanced or aggressive. You're telling me on conservative, they hit you for 3? That's crap. It's kind of bull. It's kind of bull, man. It's bull and not cool. It's not skibbity. Usually does it before the stream. That's so weird. Yeah, I talked Zishan into getting YouTube Prime. You don't have to worry about him. Trying to contribute to my guy, watch the whole thing for you. I appreciate that. It gives you the option to skip it though, right? The 5-second skip. That would actually piss me off if they hit you with the ones that, like the 30-second ones that you can't even skip. It'd be pretty mean. Yeah, YouTube Premium. I'm thinking if we get the payout, I'll shave. Remember I said I'm not going to shave until I get the payout again, so I really would enjoy getting the payout just so I can shave. Starting to get a little long for summertime. A little too full. I need a haircut too. I'm not getting a haircut either until I get a payout. So the market has my facial hair and my head hair in its control. YouTube Premium is so skippity. I could totally go for a nap today. I'm not even going to lie. Don't shave until the Stanley Cup playoffs are done. Well, I'm not in the Stanley Cup playoffs, so I don't have to be one of them. And my team's not in them, so I don't have to do that either. It's funny, when the Capitals made the playoffs, I was like, man, you're really going to extend the season? And I think Ovechkin got like 4 total shots in every, like all the games combined, the 4 games that they got swept. Like, it was just like, man, just end the season. Like, we don't deserve to be in the playoffs. It was kind of annoying that they made the playoffs, because it was like they are not a team that's going to beat anybody. And now they're talking about Ovechkin might actually like go to a different team, and I'm like, if he goes to a different team at this point, I'd be pretty pissed off, because kind of like think of Ray Lewis, like that situation. Like, you've been in one place your entire career. You don't want to leave just for money, right? The money shouldn't matter at that point. Although Tom Brady did it, but he did it for much different reasons. He did it more as a fuck you than... It's not like the Patriots didn't want him. I think Tom was just... He felt unwanted. Like, from a player standpoint. Like it's heading back up? It does. It does appear that way. Yeah, I didn't really quite get the setup I was looking for. I'm looking for this move here, like a key support where it came down, went back up, came down, then flushes. But then I'm looking for it to retest that area rather quickly, because usually if it does, you're gonna get another pullback just like it did, but it just happened a lot slower than I'm looking for. I'm looking for like that immediate retrace, because the odds are if you get the immediate retrace, you're probably gonna run into this key level again. and you're going to at least try to come back down, and that's the trade. You're just looking for the retest to here. You would get short, looking for it to come back down and retest the lows. And what if you want to try to hold it at that point, you can, but that's the trade that I've been kind of paying attention to. Just looking for these key levels to get tested and retested. Yeah, could you imagine? Could you imagine AMC is what I was going to say. Going all, what was the high of that thing? 300, 390 something. Insane. Crazy. GME, is it still going up? Oh, sure is. Everyone thinks that AMC is going to follow. I guess that's why everyone's messing with it. I would have more confidence in AMC where... Oh, crap. JD is getting away from me. Guess I'm going to have to roll JD. When's their earnings? Isn't their earnings coming up too? Damn it. I think I remember trying to say I was going to try to get out of JD before earnings. Now, I'm not even going to be able to do that. Yeah, May 16th. So maybe we try to go pretty far out here on JD. Here, you guys can see my thought process as I go through rolling JD here. So typically you'd want to do this when you're a lot closer to the price, but it's pretty much gotten up through where I would like it to be. You want to try to get it before it even gets through your strike, because then it becomes a little bit more difficult to roll. So 187. So we can't even roll to the next day. Let's see what May 31st. Can't even hit May 31st. The thing is, now I need to assume where it's going on earnings. So we might have to go pretty far out. So here we go. We can make a credit if we go to June 28th, which is 46 days out, to go up to 36. But we have earnings on the 16th. So I want to bake that in just in case they have really good earnings. Really good earnings would possibly do what? Bring them up to like 38? Possibly. So I'd want to be above. Where was their last earnings? Let's see what their last earnings did here. So last earnings was here. It went up from 21 to 25, so $4. Then here was earnings again. Went from 26 all the way up to 29, so $3. So this thing can move. This time it came down. Looks like 35 to 32. So like $3 to $5 it can move. So if we're at 35, that means 38 to like 40. So we'd want to at least get up to 38. 39 would be a lot more comfortable. So let's go out to July here. So we could go to 30, 38 here and get a credit. Let's go. I would love to try it, because if it is bad earnings, this is all going to be kind of moot. But what I'm looking for is a strike where if for some reason we end up getting filled at this price, I would be okay, right? So it's at 34.49. If it goes to 38, that's $350 on the underlying shares that I would make. So that's the idea, plus whatever I make in credit. So like right now, if I took this 38, that would be 50. So that's $70 in credit that I would get right now. Plus I'm opening up an extra $350 in potential gains versus if I were to just let it expire now and it finishes above 34, I'd have to get rid of my shares now at 34. Or I can roll out, make another 70 bucks. And if it goes up to 38 and then I get assigned, I make another $350 on the shares itself. All just for rolling out and extending the time of the position. So having to roll covered calls is like one of the best things you could ever have to do. However, JD is actually kind of pulling back a little bit at the moment. I'm actually going to keep a close eye on this. If it starts to come back down, it might be beneficial. I might be able to get the same kind of deal, but closer. Yeah, see, like right now, I wouldn't make 70 bucks, but I could get the 38 still for a credit, and I just saved a whole month. I heard him say something. I was curious what he said. It is not what I thought he was saying. I don't know. Guess we'll see what it does here at this key area. Imagine if you waited for 2 key levels to be touched and you got in 3rd key level, but it pulls back. I would be so pissed. So I've always said that, actually, that if something tests the key area 3 times, usually that 3rd time is the time it goes through. I've kind of always said that. But all right, I'm gonna get out of here. It's looking like if I do take any trades, it's gonna be like some small scalp or something that I would not blow the account, because I'm not gonna do that anymore. No more averaging in. Either it works or it doesn't, and I'll have a clear stop point. But I'll be here, same place, same time tomorrow. Appreciate you all being here. If you want to keep talking throughout the day, find me in Discord. Links down in the description, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.